Welcome to my tutorials, and in this tutorial I'm going to discuss with you how to manage your sales on eBay. I mean, when you receive a payment for an item, or when a buyer wins an auction, how you are going to deal with this and to manage this sale. First of all, in order to manage your sales, you need to go to my eBay page, and you want to customize this page in order to display the most important information related to managing your sales. So whenever you go to my eBay, you have everything for you easy to deal with in order to manage a sale. When you go to my eBay page, you just go to the right hand side of the page and you will find general settings. Now we are on my eBay and we'll here click general settings. After you click general settings, this window will appear which say set your default my eBay page to, and you'll have a drop down menu. Just choose summary and click apply. Now every time you go to my eBay page, you will be directed to the summary page, and the most important section you will always look for as a seller, it will be the selling reminders. So this is very important before listing your items, to set up your my eBay page to the summary page, and then whenever you visit your my eBay, you will just check the selling reminders. Now the next thing you need to do is to adjust your notification preferences to receive notification of sales. So the second step, you need to modify your notification preferences so that every time you have a sale, you receive an email from eBay that you've got a sale. This is also one important step that you need to do before listing an item for sale. So let us go and do it now. After you go to my eBay page, you just go here and click account. Now on the left hand side here, just go ahead and click notification preferences. After clicking notification preferences, you will be directed here. Just go down to the section of selling activity and click through here. Now you go down through selling activity and to the section of items sold. There will be a drop down menu here. Just click real time and then click save. Now every time you got a sale, you will receive a notification email like this one. This notification email will tell you about what item is sold and what is the quantity sold of this item, and who is the buyer, and it's very informative. And then when you receive the email, you can just send the buyer an invoice through this notification email. Now let us go further to on how to manage your sale. Now after you receive an email notification of sales, which means that a buyer has bought something from you, or an auction ended and a buyer wins the auction, you will just go to my eBay and you will check selling reminders here, and you will find this message: I am awaiting payment for one item. This means that a buyer buys your item or bought your item, and he has not paid yet. If you are selling like maybe 10-15 items and like 10 items were sold, you will find I am awaiting payment for 10 items or 5 items. Whatever the number of items sold will show here. So what you should do next, after you see I am awaiting payment for an item, you just go ahead and click on one item. After clicking one item, this will show you the item which is sold. The item title will appear here, which is the sold item. The buyer name will be displayed here, or the buyer user ID will be displayed here, and the quantity sold will be displayed here. So you've got here after you click one item, a general idea about the item sold, the buyer, and the quantity sold. So the next step you need to do is to send the buyer an invoice. Just on the right hand side of the same page or of the same section, you will have a drop down menu here, and then you can contact the buyer or you can send an invoice for payment. After you will send an invoice for payment, the buyer will receive the invoice and pay for your item. Also, eBay automatically sends an invoice immediately after the transaction ends, but I usually prefer to do it manually for the item sold. So after you send the invoice, you will be waiting for the buyer to pay. Now if you receive payment, you will receive an email notification from PayPal that the buyer has paid for your item. This is how your inbox will look like whenever you receive a payment. You will find the item number, instant payment received, and the email of the buyer will be displayed here. So now you received a notification email from PayPal that payment was clear. So just go back to my eBay. Sorry, but before you go back to eBay, this is just how a notification email from PayPal will look like. It will be PayPal will be here. When you open the email, you will find PayPal here. Hello, your name will be here. The payment received will be here. The buyer name, the buyer eBay user ID, and the buyer email will be here, and the shipping address for the buyer will be here. Also the item sold will be displayed here, and the payment and the shipping payment will be displayed here. So this is how a PayPal notification email will look like. So now you are sure that this item is paid for, so you can go ahead to my eBay and manage this item. Now you'll go back to eBay, to my eBay, and you'll go to the section of selling reminders, and you will find I need to ship one item. Now it's not I am awaiting payment for one item, it's now I need to ship one item, which means that the payment for this item is clear and it's time to ship this item. So if like payment was received for 3 or 4 items, you will find here I need to ship 4 items, 5 items, whatever. Now when you click one item, you will be directed to the page to see which item was paid for and ready to ship. So click one item here. Now the item which is ready to ship will be displayed here. So you will go to the right hand side and there will be a drop down menu. Just click here and the drop down menu will open, and you click view order details. This will direct you to the order details page. Now the order details page will look like this. You will find all the shipping details. It will include the buyer's name, shipping address, and the phone number can also be here. And you will find the item sold and its price and quantity. You can just open the drop down menu and print shipping label, or you can contact the buyer. So after you view this page, just ship your item, and you can open the drop down menu here, and when you ship your item you can just click mark the item shipped, and this will let the item disappear from the selling reminders page. So if after you ship your item and click here, you will find in the selling reminders that this item disappeared because you marked it as shipped. I would like to thank you for listening to this tutorial, and see you in the next tutorial.